All right, it's Mike Messier, Royal Rumble 2018. I'll tip my hat. If I had a hat on, I would tip it to the women competitors and the show overall. I thought the pay-per-view was very good. Um, you know, First of all, give credit to the actual WWE competitors. And I will start with the women because I think they did shine tonight. I think, all jokes aside, they kicked ass. I think they had a very good match. I think they did tell a story. Sasha, Becky Lynch were kind of the workhorses. Lita did her part. The outfit Lita was wearing was a little unusual, but hey, look, Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus, nice to see them. And yeah, I mean, once you got down to the nitty gritty and you see that Asuka was still in this thing, it was pretty, pretty, not to say obvious, but you start to think, or I started to think that Asuka was definitely going to win. But Trish gave me moments to think she might win, because a dream match, a generational match between Trish and Charlotte, for instance, could really be interesting. I thought when Asuka won, she would challenge both Charlotte and Alexa to a three-way person match, a three-woman match at WrestleMania. And okay, here and give credit to Asuka, Nia Jax, Vicky Guerrero had a funny spot, and that's, I think, in this thing, you had one kind of comedic competitor, Vicky Guerrero, but she did pretty good. I mean, she came in, she did all right. Michelle McCool, who's also, the Undertaker's wife, and she came in. I thought she might win just to do something Michelle McCool and Charlotte, for instance. Now look, watching a Royal Rumble, you always have those glimmers in your mind, who could win this, and that's the fun, and I think they did a really nice job. So really, they should all be very proud of themselves. Whether they got the training beforehand, as I was saying, I hope they did, or not. It seemed like however it turned out, whether it was a wing it or whether they did have a lot of prep work, I think they pulled it off, and I'm happy for the match and looking forward already if they do it again next year with the women. Had some call-ups from NXT, no Peyton Royce as I thought might happen. And there's other women in the NXT world that people would have liked to have seen, perhaps. Peyton Royce is someone I would have liked to have seen, but overall, I think it's really a quality women's Royal Rumble, and kudos to all the women involved in it. Good job, great job. Now, the thing, everyone, I guess we're supposed to talk about Ronda Rousey, and look, I'm not going to be a fucking asshole. I know that the whole gimmick is let's put Ronda on this thing to put a little shine on it. And look, we can say that she didn't win it. She wasn't even in it. But she showed up and made an appearance. I think Ronda might have some work to do, to be honest with you, because just her, I mean, not to be super critical, but I will, her finger pointing, to me, was a little cheesy. And it was just something that it didn't look, I wasn't buying it. Her point to the WrestleMania sign, it seemed a little too goofy. I saw her kind of swimming in that big leather jacket, and I thought, okay, that's probably a Roddy Piper jacket, and it was, so that's cool. I had the chance to meet Roddy before he passed away. And I was also in an independent wrestling show, Top Rope Promotions, the night that Roddy passed away. The company Top Rope had Ric Flair in the house, and that was very emotional. So it's nice to see Ronda is inspired by and keeping the Roddy Piper name, the fire flickering. Those were some mighty big shoes, but hey, it's all good. So wasn't terribly offended by Ronda Rousey coming out, but I wasn't terribly impressed by it either. I think I was obliged in my own mind to not give a fuck, and I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's not a one-off. It seems like they're trying to do a lot of stuff with Ronda, and so she's got to change her whole fucking deal to be a women's wrestler, and it's a different thing than UFC. It's not armbar submissions or getting kicked in the head. It's telling stories in a physical way. Does she have that ability? I don't know. Probably, but I don't think we needed her, but I'm not terribly offended that she was there. Overall, Women's Rumble was great. Moving on, and congratulations to Asuka, but also Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Stephanie McMahon on commentary. I was just kind of talking to people, my friends that I was with, and not really needing to listen to Stephanie, but moving forward, the Braun Strowman thing was fun, and I did say the Braun Strowman thing, not the Brock Lesnar thing. And what else? Some good matches. The tag team, feel bad for Sheamus and Cesaro. Hot dog match. They won their titles back, but the crowd had a dip. The men's match was actually pretty good. I predicted Rusev. I was obviously wrong. And who the fuck won? Somebody won. Nakamura won. A mild surprise over Roman, but it's a good surprise. The other tag team, I was a little surprised the Usos were correct, were winning. I thought they'd be punished to lose the belts. AJ and fucking Sammy and Kevin Owens, pretty good match. Interesting to put the Bruno belt up first. Didn't like it, actually, that the Bruno belt was put up first, but I guess they're emphasizing the Universal title now because it's Brock's title and the Raw title. Overall, this is one of the better pay-per-views WWE's done in years. I'm happy to have seen it. I think they did a good job. Every time, 9 lives for WWE. Every time you think they're done or they're ruined or they're shit or they've had a bad week, they come back strong with NXT and they come back strong with this. The Royal Rumble 2018 was a success. I don't think there was any injuries that I could see. It did seem like Finn Balor was kind of favoring his wrist. I don't know if he was just selling the pain of a wrist move or something, or an injury, but he seemed okay. Hopefully everyone's fine. That's all I gotta say. It was a good show. So look, hey, I'm man enough to admit if the show was good, and it was, I will say it was a good show. And my fears that it was not going to be a good show were turned out to be fine. It was a good show. So credit to them, credit to the whole goddamn company, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed it.